Hello, everybody out there in TV land. It's Marianne Goulart here with your arts and entertainment show, Out and About, letting you know all the things that are happening in Fall River and where you can go to have lots of fun this spring. Well, it's May. Voila, it's May, the lusty month of May. You know that I can't help myself, so there we go. I'm sure many of you who are my age had some experience with theater when you were young, but perhaps that involved just acting in your church Christmas pageant. Maybe you were a donkey or an angel or something like that. Or maybe you had a little skit to do in school, something like that as well. Or just putting on your mom and dad's clothing and bouncing around the house. I know when I was small, there weren't any opportunities for children my age to get involved in theater. So my parents used to play every show tune album that they had. So I can probably sing West Side Story, Jesus Christ Superstar, Carousel, The Sound of Music. Oh gosh, My Fair Lady, all of those from rote. I think I probably know every single word to every single song. I won't bore you with that today, but some show maybe, you never know. But children these days are lucky to have a little more opportunity. When I was teaching back at the Sylvia School and the Dubuque School, I did run a theater club at those schools, and I would have sometimes upward of 60 to 70 kids on the stage. We would perform at Cuss Middle School, and it was almost like a cast of thousands, and it was such a joyful experience. Now, these days, children are able to join different groups and to get special training and to already hone their skills as young people. And being a member of Little Theater, as you know, I've had a lot of experience, 28 years, being a member of seeing young people come into our organization and just being delighted at what they bring to local theater. So today, I'm very honored to have as my guests some representatives of the Youth Musical Theater Corporation of Fall River, and I have the honor of introducing my president here. This is Rick Pimentel. You're a director as well, correct?
Yes.
Very good. And we have Ed Viveris. EJ, I can call you EJ maybe, because I know Ed from Little Theater. He and I actually traipsed across the stage for Hello Dolly, dressed up as opera buffs, so it was quite a moment.
Yes.
And we have Dan Zajac here, who is a member, a young performer for the Youth Musical Theater Corporation. I'd like to welcome you all here.
Thanks for having us.
It's so nice to have you. Rick, can you just give us a little insight of how the group began, when it began, and just tell us about your group?
The Youth Musical Theater started back in 2003. It started as an idea of having a group for children in the community. Mm-hmm. I was also the drama club advisor for the school that I worked at, and I left there to go to public school, and I was like, I had no outlet for theater. So I decided with some friends to start this company. So the three of us got together. I was the director. We had a vocal coach, and we also had a choreographer. So the three of us said, let's start a children's theater group. So we did. We're a nonprofit organization. Again in 2003, so we've been around for over 10 years. We've done many shows, and we seek to do theater for children to raise their self-esteem and integrity and self-worth. We want to provide high-quality theater for kids at affordable prices for the whole family to attend.
And how is your company different from other groups in the area?
We audition all kids that come through. However, we don't turn anyone away. We find a role for every kid that comes through. Regardless of their talent, we cast them in the show. Mm-hmm. So that's how we're different. We take all the kids that come through.
There are no small parts.
There are no small
actors.
Parts. Right, in theater there are no small parts, yes, definitely.
Well, just recently, Little Theater did One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. It was in March. And the role of Mr. Ruckley is a role that has one line. It's a very memorable line, which I can't say on a rated G show, but it was a small part, but what that man made of that role was astounding. So you're right.
Right.
There are no small roles.
Definitely not,
now,
yeah.
How many members are in your group? Does it vary from year to year? And what are the ages?
In a
basically?
school year, in a regular year, we put on two major productions, two musical productions, and we could have anywhere from 30 to 50 kids per production. So per year, we see probably over 100 kids come through the company. The ages range from 5 to 18. So you could have your very inexperienced actor, the 5-year-olds who are just starting, to our older actors who are 18, like Dan, who's one of our 18-year-old actors.
How long have you been with the company, Dan?
This is actually going to be my second production, so just this year.
Did you do any theater before that?
Yeah, before YMTC, I was in my high school theater, but nothing really beyond that. Just.
Now, are most of your children from Fall River or area towns as well?
Definitely, yeah, the greater Fall River area, mostly Fall River, but we also have kids from Westport, Dartmouth, some from New Bedford. We have Somerset, Swansea. We do even some kids from Rhode Island, Tiverton, Little Compton. We've even had kids from Warwick that have come through, and yeah, as far as Warwick, and as far as north as Brockton, come down and be part of the group. So we don't have restrictions.
Very popular, yes.
As far as restrictions as to what city they live in, they can be from anywhere.
So you said you do 2 productions a year?
2 productions, usually one in January, and then we do another one in June.
In June. Where? Where do you perform?
The productions are at Bristol Community College at the Margaret
Yeah.
L. Jackson Performing Arts Center.
How many shows do you do? Do you do?
We try to do a matinee for the schools on the Friday.
Yeah.
And then we have a Friday night show, a Saturday night, and then a Sunday matinee. Sometimes we also do a Saturday matinee, depending on the popularity of the show.
Very ambitious.
Yes. Yes.
It's quite a run.
And what we do differently too with youth musical theater, with so much talent coming through, we try to double cast the major roles. As you'll see later on, we have 2 Fionas. There's so much talent that we can't just cast one role. We have to have 2 lead actors or more. Sometimes ensemble roles we have double cast as well.
Oh my.
Yeah.
So you do have a board of directors then,
We do,
correct?
yes.
Who does the show selection and who does the auditions, though, Ed? And who selects the shows for
It's
you?
my understanding that Rick proposes the show, whatever idea he has, and then it goes to the board of directors to vote upon.
Yes.
How many members in your board?
We currently have 9 board members.
Are they all local people?
They are all local, yes. Yeah. Well, yeah, some are Somerset, as far as Somerset, and mostly Fall River.
Okay, so then you have open auditions, open casting. No one's precast, or do you
No.
have
No.
it? Do you have in your
Not at all.
mind? Okay, so open auditions. How do you handle the rejections with the little ones? I mean, if they don't get the role that they want. I know, being a stage manager, it's difficult dealing with adults and telling them if they don't have a role. So how do you do that with young ones?
Well, I'm not the pro. This is my first show with YMTC.
Oh, good, good. Welcome then.
Thank you. We didn't have much.
It's kind of hard. Kids come into an audition, they have their heart set on a role.
A certain role.
And if they don't get that role, then you try to tell them, well, this is what you did at your audition. This is what you can do better the next time you come through. Some kids are happy with any role they get. But those that really are upset that they didn't get that part, I try to sit down with them, or if they're really disheartened, we need to talk about, well, this is what you can do better next time, you know, and try to coach them through that.
Now, do you give actual teaching lessons? Do you do technique? Do you do role play? How do you bring the kids into the realm of theater?
With the vocal sessions that
Yeah.
I do, we do vocal technique. It's just to, not just so much for sounding good, because you can actually sound good even with poor technique. It's also for vocal health, vocal endurance.
Sure.
And I find that they're very receptive to a lot of it and how easier it is. You know, when you get them very young, they're not as resistant.
Or stuck in their ways?
Yeah, they don't have many bad habits to
haven't developed
unlearn.
their bad
Yeah, exactly.
habits yet.
Exactly.
True, so you start them right out with correct methods of doing things. and also teaching them that you don't just say a line, you deliver a
Correct.
line.
Yes.
Yeah, as if it
Right.
were a beautiful package,
Yeah.
you deliver a line, you don't just say
and what
it.
we basically teach them through the rehearsals and through each lesson. The theater terminology, they start learning that. Some of the kids know what blocking is, where the 5-year-olds won't know what the term blocking is. And the choreography as well. Trisha Rodrigues couldn't be here today. She's our choreographer.
okay, I know
You know
Trisha.
Trisha. She teaches them all the correct terminology so that they know that. Because in a way, we're kind of a feeder program to little
Community
theater and
theater.
community theater and
Sure.
other programs. So we want them to be prepared for these other companies.
It's interesting because when I did Cuckoo's Nest a few months back, I had some newbies on stage. I mean, they were adults, they were in their 20s, but when I said stage right, stage left, upstage, downstage, they're kind of, I realized after I said it that they didn't know what I was talking about. So, I just had to.
It's a learning curve.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Sure. But when children are coming in already with that
Right. The
knowledge and
right.
information, it makes everybody else in community theater's job a lot easier.
right.
So.
And not only are they receptive to new information, I find that they're also very willing to take a leadership role. They see others that don't particularly have that knowledge and wait for, rather than for us, because sometimes we're spread, it's one or two people conducting a rehearsal. A lot of them take it upon themselves to show, and it's really nice that it fosters that as well as
So the older
the
ones will
education.
take a fledgling under their wing.
Absolutely.
They do,
Help
absolutely.
them out
Yeah.
and
It's-
give
it's
them
really
some
beneficial.
tips
And it's great to
everything.
see that the kids working together, the older kids helping the younger kids. Yeah.
So Dan, have you had any major roles?
Back in 2011 was kind of my first big role. I played Jimmy Smith in Thoroughly Modern Millie. And after that, I played Grandpa Joe in Willy Wonka, which was another school production. So,
Anything coming up that you're going to have a big role?
besides from this show,
Well, what are you playing in the show that's coming up for?
the show we have coming up, Shrek the Musical, playing the part of Shrek.
That's a fun role. So you're going to get to be green for a few days.
Jed was also Gaston in Beauty and the Beast that we did
Oh.
a couple of months ago.
That's a big role.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that.
Oh my
But yeah,
God, who
that was-
forgets Gaston?
I don't know. I don't know how you do it.
Come on, bulk up. You look like Gaston. So what other shows have you done? You've mentioned Beauty and the Beast.
We have
you've
done,
got
I mean,
10
we have 10 years of
history,
show. You're
but
talking, yeah.
What stands out in your mind, like some of your favorites or
Some
that
of
you
my
enjoyed
favorites.
the most?
Beauty and the Beast is one of my
Beauty and the
favorites. We
Beast.
actually
That's
done,
the most recent? That was
yeah, it's the most
January?
recent in January. We've done Beauty and the Beast twice, actually. We did it back when we first started.
Now, are
And
these kids' versions, I have to ask? Are they junior
some
versions?
some are
or-
junior versions, some are not. The Beauty and the Beast we just didn't, back in January, was the regular version, the full version. But some of my favorites, if Disney has a show out there, then we probably have done it. We've done Aladdin, Little Mermaid, 101 Dalmatians, Jungle Book. Grease is not Disney, but we've done that. We've done Wizard.
That had to be a
yes.
junior version.
Grease was not.
Please.
Back a couple of years ago.
A lot of romance.
Definitely. A couple of years ago, what Youth Musical Theater started doing, we broke the cast in half. We did ages 5 to I think it was 12, and then we did 10 to 18. So we had two separate shows. And at that time when we did Grease, that was the 10 to 18.
okay, so-
they did that show, and then the younger kids I think did 101 Dalmatians. So we
cute.
broke it up and did
Yes,
two
you were
shows at
able
the same
to.
time. But I think my favorite would have to be Wizard of Oz that we've done, and Hairspray. That's definitely some of my favorites.
That's ambitious.
We did Hairspray, yes.
My goodness.
That was a great show.
Last time I saw Hairspray was at New Bedford Festival
Yes,
Theater. They
yeah.
did it a few years back, not too long ago.
Definitely, yeah.
So you're excited about Shrek coming
I
up?
am. Shrek is one of my favorite musicals. Yeah.
Yeah.
The music is great. The dialogue is hilarious, and it's one of my.
And the talent in this production, it's made it very easy.
Yes.
Well, I know we're going to be seeing and
Yes.
hearing a little mini performance in a little bit.
Definitely.
We're going to break right now for some public service announcements, and then we're going to come back with some cast members of Shrek, the Youth Musical Theater Corporation. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. We'll see you in a bit.
Being a dad can be tough.
No. What do you mean she's not coming?
When's the fairy
princess coming.
Any minute now.
But when you're willing to do anything,
It is I, Grooves Zinkerbell. Okay, time for cake.
it's always worth it.
I know it's really you, Gru. I'm just pretending for the other kids.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov.
Kids will spend 15 minutes watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
Barry, time is running out. According to my calculations, 1 in 5 kids in America struggles with hunger. How can so many children face hunger when there's more than enough food to feed them all?
Babadoo.
You're right, Barry. We can help solve hunger by teaming up with Feeding America to get food to hungry kids in communities across the country.
Help Flint and the Feeding America network of food banks get food to the people who need it in your community. Find your local Feeding America food bank at feedingamerica.org/hunger.
Together, we're Feeding America.
Hey, look at Mommy.
Maybe the light hurts his eyes.
Maybe she's just not hungry. Look. Maybe it's a phase.
Avoiding eye contact is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today.
Do your part. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank today.
Welcome back, friends out in TV land. It's Marianne Goulart from Out and About, continuing with our program of the Youth Musical Theater Corporation. And I'm delighted to present 2 performers who will perform a song for us. And this is the lovely...
I'm Mariah Cram.
Mariah Cram, and you've met Dan
Zajac
before. And the song you will perform today is?
I Think I Got You Beat.
I Think I Got You Beat. So without further ado, the Youth Musical Theater Corporation.
There are things you don't know. You know, about me, about how rough I've had it.
What, in that cushy tower of yours?
Cushy, are you kidding me? I had nothing in that tower, fighting boredom by the hour. Princess lonely, walking circles, I had only bare essentials, army cut, a hot plate and a chamber pot, and every morning I would boil it. No choice, I had no toilet, just a view of devastation, out one window, isolation in my bedroom, and very little headroom. 20 years I sat and waited, I'm very dedicated. On the walls the days are added, luckily those walls were padded. So I think I got you beat, I think I got you beat. Yeah, 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 I think I got you beat, I think I got you beat.
You think so, eh? That was a sad story, but I've heard better. I'm just saying, A for effort, thanks for playing. Sad to see a princess suffer, but I had it rougher. Like the time a mob with torches burnt my bridges, see the scorches. You're just whiny. I had a flaming hiney. As I fled, I had to wonder if I were torn asunder, would an old girl go to heaven? Did I mention I was 7? So I think I got you beat. I think I got you beat. Yeah, 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 yeah. I think I got you beat. I think I got you beat.
No, no one regards.
No Christmas cards.
And every day
was hell on earth day.
way, top this. I missed my prom.
My dad and mom sent me away. It was my birthday.
I was sent away on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
There is Central's Army cut, a hot plate and a chamber pot, and every morning I was boiling. No choice, I had no toilet. Just a view of devastation out one window, isolation in my bedroom, and very little headroom. 20 years I sat and waited.
My
I'm very
dad and mom
dedicated.
sent me away. It was my birthday. I missed my prom. My dad and mom sent me away. So I think I got you beat. I think I got you beat. Yeah.
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 I think I got you beat. I think I got you beat. Yeah.
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 Yeah. I think I got you beat. I think I got you beat. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oopsie. Oh well, better out than in, I always say.
Oh, God.
I guess I'd be a hero with sword and armor clashing, looking semi-dashing, a shield within my grip. Or else I'd be a Viking and live a life of daring while smelling like a herring. Upon a Viking ship I'd sail away, I'd see the world, I'd reach the farthest reaches. I'd feel the wind, I'd taste the salt and sea, and maybe storm some beaches. That's who I'd be. That's who I'd be. Or I could be a poet and write a different story, one that tells of glory and wipes away the lies. And to the skies I'd throw it, the stars would do the telling. The moon would help with spelling, and night would dot the I's. I'd write a verse, recite my joke with wit and perfect timing. I'd share my heart, confess the things I yearn, and do it all while rhyming. But we all learn, but we all learn. An ogre always hides, an ogre's fate is known. An ogre always stays in the dark and all alone. Yes, I'd be a hero, and if my wish were granted, life would be enchanted, or so the stories say. Of course I'd be a hero, and I would scale a tower to save a hothouse flower and carry her away. But standing guard would be a beast, I'd somehow overwhelm it. I'd get the girl, I'd take a breath, and I'd remove my helmet. We'd stand and stare, we'd speak of love, we'd feel the stars ascending. We'd share a kiss, I'd find my destiny. I'd have a hero's ending, a perfect happy ending. That's how it would be. A big, bright, beautiful world, but not for me. An ogre's fate is known. An ogre always stays in the dark. Yes, I'd be a hero, and if my wish were granted, life would be enchanted, or so the stories say. Of course I'd be a hero, and I would scale a tower to save a hothouse flower and carry her away. A perfect happy ending, that's how it should be.
Well, this is the cast of the upcoming musical Shrek. Let's bring out our other Fiona. We have Mariah Cram, who's Fiona. We have the lovely Shauna Brodsky as well. Two lovely, beautiful girls here. She's Fiona. Is it Fiona? Fiona. Okay. And we have Mr. Shrek here. This is Dan you met. And come on over. This is Antonio Rodriguez, right? And you're playing the part of?
Donkey.
The donkey. So, how has the experience been going so far? Are you feeling prepared for the show? What's happening with rehearsals?
It's just really fun overall, and like it couldn't be a better group.
When did you start? When did you begin this process for this particular show, Shrek?
We started auditions right after Beauty and the Beast. So it was like the first week of February.
So that was earlier on.
Yeah.
And this show goes up in the middle of June, correct?
Yes.
Like the 13th, 14th, 15th or so, right here at BCC, the campus, the Margaret L. Jackson Theater. Wonderful. So if you could tell other children, other young people at home why they should join YMTC, what would you say to them? Right?
Well, I'd say, like, personally, this group has helped me grow so much as an actor because I used to be very shy and reserved. I could not sing in front of people, never mind my own mother. And now I'm performing in front of huge audiences, and I've made so many friends, and I'm so lucky to have joined. So I say you should join too because it's worth it.
Yeah, even if you're shy. I think people are
definitely.
afraid if they think they're shy, but I notice that with adults too. When you get out there, when you have a costume on, you're someone else for a little while.
Yep.
Shauna, why would you tell people they should join?
It's just an amazing experience, and it's helped me grow so much, like vocally and just mentally. Like I feel like I've become such a better person, and I've made so many new friends and met so many people I never would have met. So
That's wonderful. I've actually shared a stage with Shauna a few times for Little Theater, so she's been quite in my life as well, and her dad and mom, wonderful, wonderful performers too. Dan, what would you tell people in the audience about YMTC?
It goes even beyond just the entertainment part. It's, rehearsal is really fun. It's such a social, thing to do, and it's like while you're at it, you're improving your acting skills and your singing skills. And I just think that anyone who's who wants to do it but they're skeptical, don't think about it. Just join.
Good. And Antonio, how about you?
Well, it's really fun, and it's a really good confidence booster. And the cast members become like a second family. So.
True. How long have you been with the group?
This is my first show with them.
Oh, good. So you're a rookie. You're a newbie. Oh, boy. So you got to take care of this guy, right? Make sure he's... This is going to be your first time on the BCC stage?
Yes.
What a thrill that is. That's a thrill for an adult, never mind for a young person. How old are you?
14.
14. And you?
17.
17. Shauna?
I'm 14.
14.
16.
So all of these wonderful, beautiful young people, we hope that you'll go out and see their show, Shrek, coming up. And right now, it's May. It's the lusty month of May. So get yourself outside. Do something fun. Go out to a parade. Go out to a park. Do something that's going to make you happy. And young people, consider being part of this theater group. There'll be more information listed, so you can check out their webpage. And until the next time, it's Marianne Goulart for Out and About. Cheers.